I want to move on to rule 4. Your partner is your guru. Because, well, I love all the rules. This one I really, really like. And you say in the book, we don't usually think about our partners as teachers or guides, but none of us can see ourselves or the world clearly on our own. I think that's very powerful. And relating to what you just said there about love being a choice, in that chapter, you write about your experiences as a monk, and you say as a monk, you choose your guru, right? Then it's not allocated to you, you choose your guru. So we're talking a little bit about how love is a choice, how you chose your guru, how all monks do, and how our partner ends up being our guru. So effectively, we're choosing our partners to be our gurus, right? So for people who are getting confused, perhaps you can elaborate what exactly you mean by that.
Yeah, so this is definitely probably one of the most counterintuitive chapters in the book, because everyone reads that and goes, God, my partner ain't my guru. What am I going to learn from them? And I don't want them to know that, because if they know that, they're going to start telling me what to do. I think the first thing is to define the word guru. I'll do this through, experience of it. Our gurus in the monastery sat in our classes. Often my gurus were twice my age, if not even older. A 70-year-old man or one of our female guides as well would sit at the back of a class by a 25-year-old. They'd sit with us in meditation. They'd sit on the floor and eat with us. They would sleep on the floor with us. The guru was not this hierarchy of position in how they were treated or how they were lived. It was a position that was held with humility and held with compassion and held with encouragement and support. So just to alleviate any idea that a guru is just someone who's falsely revered or is acting holier than thou, that is not a guru. A guru is not judgmental or critical, but supportive and encouraging. I think a lot of people think, well, gurus mean they have to spot all your flaws and everything. The reason why your partner is your guru is because a guru in spiritual terms acts as almost a mirror to your inner self. And that's what I believe our partners are. Our partners are like mirrors, because you see the best and worst of yourself in your interactions with your partner. Yeah. Your partner knows all your flaws, right? My wife knows whether I actually meditated. My wife knows what time I slept. My wife knows how messy the kitchen is. My wife knows whether I did my laundry or not. My wife knows. She actually knows me in the deepest way. And therefore, she's one person in the world who can constantly help me grow. If life is about growing, if life is about becoming better. And so you're choosing someone who you're willing to learn from and you're willing to grow with. So you're going to grow with them, you're going to grow through them, and you're going to grow together. And I feel that often we don't think of relationships as growth. We think of them as pleasure. We think of them as fun. We think of them as just enjoying ourselves. And I'm not saying there isn't, of course, pleasure, fun, and enjoyment in every relationship. But I think, and especially at your stage, when you have kids, when you have family responsibilities, you realize that your partnership becomes so much more about growing together. And the satisfaction from growing together is so much greater than what you felt on the first date. But you can't explain that to someone who's starting out. They'll be like, no, this is so fun. It can't get any better. But what I'm trying to encourage in this chapter is the growth that you will make because of your partner, physically and mentally and emotionally, is actually what relationships are about. Relationships are far more about enlightenment than they are about entertainment and enjoyment. And the enlightenment that comes from being in a committed relationship is the greatest satisfaction that comes from it. And you're going to learn practical things along the way too. What I'm saying is the deeper lessons you learn from your partner, and I teach in the book how to be a guru, how to be a student, depending on what type of partner you're with. So it's very deeply laid out. I really feel that most people who've been together, and I learned this from speaking to couples who'd been together for 20, 30, 40 years, they all said that they had learned phenomenal lessons through their partner. That was like their favorite thing. And so to me, that's what I was trying to get at in this chapter.